What's up guys, this is Professor Spawn. In this tutorial, we are going to solve some of the basic derivative of a function, right? So in the last tutorial, we have calculated this formula, right? So I'm going to draw this at the center as limit of h tends to 0 f of x plus h minus f of x upon h, right? And I have said that this is a derivative and it is given by notation dy by dx. So this is rate of change in y upon rate of change in x, right? So this is also can be pronounced as y prime, right? Some of them pronounce it as y prime or some says that y dash. So this is the notation for the derivative, and whatever you are calculating here, you're basically calculating the slope of a tangent line. Remember in the last tutorial when we wanted to find the slope at the point, when we draw the line, that line was basically a tangent to the curve, right? So when you say that you're finding a derivative, you're basically finding the slope of a tangent line. And the concept of derivative, let's say I have this graph, derivative will exactly, let's say that you have a function which actually grows, right? If you apply a concept of derivative, it will actually tell you up to which point it grows, and there will come a point when it again declines, right? So this is what derivative actually tell us, right? This at this point, if you calculate a slope, there will come a point when it starts to decline, or the slope of a line will start to the steepness of a line will decline, right? So this will actually, the derivative concept actually tells us if a function grows up to how much, and there will be a point when the derivative will decline. So this is what derivative actually tell us, and these are some of the notation called as y prime, and then we have dy by dx. We will be using dy by dx a lot when we solve the problem, and this is the formula which we have: limit of h tends to 0 f of x plus h minus f of x upon h, right? So let's solve without wasting time. Let's solve the first function. So you have, I'm going to have a function which is given by the term, y is equals to x raised to n. So you have a function which is x raised to n, and you have been told to find derivative of this function, derivative of function using first principle, right? So but what is now a first principle, right? So the formula which we seen here, this is also called as a first principle formula, right? So this is what we call as a first principle. So what I'm going to do is I have to find now a slope of a tangent of this function, or a derivative of this function. And to find the derivative of the function, we have learned about some notation here. So as I said that I'll be using dy by dx as a notation. So I'm going to use dy by dx as a notation. So dy by dx is equals to limit of h tends to 0, right? Limit of h tends to 0 x plus h raised to n. Remember, this is, here we have f of x plus h. So the x is x plus h minus x raised to n upon h. This is what we have known, right, as x raised to n. So the x here is x plus h, and here x is x raised to n and divided by h. By, remember this first term, we need to solve this. This is x plus h raised to n, and we know by binomial theorem, binomial theorem, this can be written as, so I'm going to write this limit of h tends to 0, right? So I'm going to write this as limit of h tends to 0. By binomial theorem, this can be written as x raised to n. Oops. Okay. This can be written as x raised to n plus n h x raised to n minus 1 plus h n square x raised to. So this is basically coming from a binomial theorem. So I'm going to write this up. So here instead of n x square, here we actually write n into n minus 1 upon 2 factorial, right? So n into n minus 1 upon 2 factorial h x raised to n minus 2 plus dot 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 dot. This goes up to this, right? And then we write minus x raised to n. Remember, don't forget about this x raised to it, right? So this is a binomial theorem. So binomial theorem says that if you have a plus b raised to n, this is given as a raised to n plus n h, which is b here, x raised to n minus 1 plus n into n minus 1 upon 2 factorial h x raised to n minus 2 plus dot dot dot. This goes till the end term, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually simplify this, right? And if you notice, and don't forget to add this h at the bottom. So this is whole divided by h, and if you notice, this x raised to n and this minus x raised to n is canceling out. So what we have been left is limit of h tends to 0, limit of h tends to 0 n h x raised to n minus 1 plus n into n minus 1 upon 2 factorial h x raised to n minus 2 plus this goes till n and then I've been divided by h, right? This is what you have been left with. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide this h with this individual term. This is basic mathematics, guys. If you have at the numerator the addition of, you know, this is one term and then this is one term, and if you have an addition, what you can do is you can divide each term by h, right? So I'm going to do exactly that. So I'm going to write here, so dy by dx is equals to n h x raised to n minus 1 divided by h plus n into n minus 1 upon 2 factorial h x raised to n minus 2 divided by h plus dot dot dot. And if you see that this h and this h is getting cancelled, this h and this h is getting cancelled, right? This is what we have. And if you notice, if you notice, okay, so I made some mistake here. So the second term will be square. So here it will be a square 1. And this will be a square. This is by binomial theorem. And here it will be square. So here we only left with h. So I'm going to move this to a next slide. So basically I'm going to reiterate this. So we have to find the derivative by using first principle, and the first principle says that limit of h tends to 0 f of x plus h minus f of x upon h, and we did that, and by binomial theorem we are writing this formula. So this is what the binomial theorem says that, and here remember this at this second term. Here it won't be h, rather it will be h squared because this is the second term, right? And then this will go till, you know, till the nth term, and then don't forget that we have minus x raised to n, right? So this x raised to n and this minus x raised to n will get cancelled, and what I left here is this. And when I divide each term by h, right? So this is what I have done here. So what I need to actually do is I need to again simplify this. So the basically remember, don't forget this limit of h tends to 0, right? Don't forget this limit of h tends to 0. We have here limit of h tends to 0. right? So I'm going to go to the next slide and I'm going to continue that with this, the sum I left here. So what was there? Dy by dx is equals to limit of h tends to 0, and here n x raised to n minus 1 plus, let me go back to the slide. Okay, so n into n minus 1 divided by 2 factorial. Remember that h squared, from h squared that h was cancelled, so I'm going to keep that into x raised to n minus 2, and this will go up to the n terms. So if you have here h squared, then the third term will have, h squared, then we have h cubed, and then we have h raised to 4, right? By canceling each term. So this is what will remain. And if you apply the limit now, applying limit, right? So applying limit to this whole term inside this bracket, what you get is, so as we don't have here h term, so I'm going to keep this as it is. The second term, remember, if you apply a limit, so h is approaching to 0, so I'm going to substitute the value of h as 0, so the second term will be 0, right? And the third term has the h square, if we, right, the third term here, if we had from the binomial theorem, it will be h square after cancelling out that h, right? So h square will remain. Similarly, it will be 0 for the rest of the term. And if we add up, right, if we add up, what we get is n into x raised to n minus 1. And this is what? This is derivative. So what we conclude is derivative of a function y is equals to x raised to n is dy by dx is equals to n into x raised to n minus 1. And this is very important because when we solve this function, these are just standard functions, right? Here n can be, let's say for example, why this formula is important. You have a function which is y is equals to x cubed, right? And if you want to find a derivative, so I'm going to use y prime. So what you can do is you can use this directly formula here. N is 3, right? So n is equals to 3. So 3 into x raised to 3 minus 1. So what you get is 3x squared. So this is your derivative. This is how simple it is, because we have derived this, and this is a standard function. So this is all about, the derivative, right? And I hope you understand this. The trick here was the binomial theorem we applied here. And if you want to learn about binomial theorem, you can Google it. This is what the binomial theorem says. If you have a plus b raised to n, you can apply a binomial theorem. And this is after applying a binomial theorem, after canceling out the h, denominator h with each numerator terms, we'll get something like this. So we carry forward to the next slide and we applied a limit here. So the second, after the second term, from second term onwards rather, every term will be 0 because it will have this h component. And what we get is dy by dx is equals to n into x raised to n minus 1, right? So the derivative of a function is, or the function which is y is equals to x raised to n is n into x raised to n minus 1. So this is all about, the derivative. In the next tutorial, I'm going to solve few more function, right? We are going to calculate the derivative of a few more function, and then we are going to solve or start with finding the derivative for a composite function. So if you have any doubt, you can comment on YouTube comment section. I will be very happy to answer those. And you can have that comment and I will try to comment that and solve your doubt, right? So I'll catch you in the next tutorial. Till then, goodbye and see you.